Welcome once more to Spellbound Stories. I am Black, your weaver of ancient narratives, and tonight we cast our gaze upon Part 5 of Gods and Pharaohs, exploring Egyptian mythology. Are you ready to unravel the threads of destiny woven by the gods themselves? Every Monday and Thursday, a new chapter of our saga unfolds, each more enthralling than the last. Subscribe and let us journey together into the heart of ancient wonders, influence on later art and architecture. The art and architecture of ancient Egypt had a profound influence on later civilizations and cultures. The grandeur and intricacy of Egyptian temples and tombs inspired architects and artists throughout history. The use of symbolism and storytelling in Egyptian art became a significant influence on various artistic movements, including the Renaissance and Art Nouveau. The fascination with Egyptian mythology and art can be seen in the architecture of many buildings around the world. The use of Egyptian motifs, such as obelisks and sphinxes, can be found in cities like Paris and Rome, showcasing the enduring influence of Egyptian art and architecture. Furthermore, the depiction of mythological scenes and stories in art continues to captivate audiences today. Egyptian mythology has been a popular subject for painters, sculptors, and filmmakers who seek to recreate the grandeur and mystique of ancient Egypt. The enduring appeal of Egyptian art and mythology is a testament to its timeless beauty and the lasting impact it has had on the world of art and architecture. In conclusion, art and architecture played a vital role in the expression and preservation of Egyptian mythology. The temples, tombs, and funerary art served as visual representations of the mythological stories and beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. The use of symbolism and intricate detailing in Egyptian art continues to inspire and captivate audiences today, making it a lasting legacy of the rich and fascinating world of Egyptian mythology. Literature and poetry. Literature and poetry played a significant role in ancient Egyptian society, and they were deeply intertwined with the mythology and religious beliefs of the time. The Egyptians had a rich tradition of storytelling, and their myths and legends were passed down through generations in the form of oral narratives. These stories were eventually recorded in written form, allowing them to be preserved and shared with future generations. The role of literature in Egyptian mythology. Literature in ancient Egypt served multiple purposes. It was not only a means of entertainment, but also a way to educate and impart moral and religious teachings. The myths and legends of the gods and goddesses were often used to explain natural phenomena, the origins of the world, and the roles of the deities in the lives of the Egyptians. One of the most famous literary works in Egyptian mythology is the Book of the Dead. This collection of spells and rituals was intended to guide the deceased through the afterlife and ensure their safe passage to the realm of the gods. It contained prayers, hymns, and instructions for the deceased to follow in order to navigate the treacherous journey to the afterlife. The language of Egyptian literature. The ancient Egyptians wrote their literature in hieroglyphs, a system of writing that used pictorial symbols to represent words and sounds. Hieroglyphs were typically inscribed on papyrus scrolls or carved into the walls of temples and tombs. The language of Egyptian literature was known as Middle Egyptian, which was the classical form of the Egyptian language during the Middle Kingdom and the New Kingdom. Mythological themes in Egyptian poetry. Poetry was highly regarded in ancient Egypt, and it often incorporated mythological themes and imagery. Egyptian poets used vivid and descriptive language to bring the gods and goddesses to life, and their verses were filled with references to the divine and the supernatural. One of the most famous examples of Egyptian poetry is the Hymn to the Nile, which celebrates the life-giving properties of the river and its connection to the gods. The poem describes the Nile as a benevolent deity who brings fertility and abundance to the land, and it praises the river's role in sustaining the Egyptian civilization. The role of poetry in religious rituals. Poetry also played a crucial role in religious rituals and ceremonies. Priests and priestesses would recite hymns and chants as part of their worship, invoking the gods and goddesses and seeking their blessings. These poetic invocations were believed to have a powerful effect on the divine realm and were used to establish a connection between the mortal and the divine. The Hymn to the Sun is an example of a religious poem that was recited during the daily rituals dedicated to the sun god Ra. This hymn praises Ra as the creator of the world and the source of life and light. It expresses gratitude for his blessings and seeks his protection and guidance. The influence of Egyptian literature on other cultures. The literature and poetry of ancient Egypt had a profound influence on other cultures in the ancient world. As trade and cultural exchange flourished, Egyptian myths and legends spread to neighboring civilizations, such as the Greeks and the Romans. These cultures often incorporated Egyptian motifs and themes into their own literature and art, creating a fusion of Egyptian and foreign elements. One notable example is the story of Isis and Osiris, which became popular in the Hellenistic period and influenced the development of the Greek myth of Demeter and Persephone. The tale of the divine siblings and their struggle against the forces of chaos resonated with audiences beyond Egypt, and it continues to captivate readers and inspire artists to this day. The enduring legacy of Egyptian literature. Despite the passage of millennia, the literature and poetry of ancient Egypt continue to captivate and inspire people around the world. The timeless themes of love, power, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos resonate with readers of all ages. The vivid imagery and rich symbolism of Egyptian literature have left an indelible mark on the collective imagination of humanity. Today, scholars and enthusiasts continue to study and translate ancient Egyptian texts, shedding new light on the mythology and religious beliefs of this ancient civilization. The preservation and interpretation of these literary treasures are essential for understanding the cultural and spiritual heritage of Egypt and appreciating the enduring legacy of its mythology. In conclusion, literature and poetry played a vital role in ancient Egyptian society, serving as a means of entertainment, education, and religious expression. The myths and legends of the gods and goddesses were woven into the fabric of Egyptian literature, and their enduring influence can still be felt today. The language and imagery of Egyptian literature continue to inspire and captivate readers, ensuring that the stories of the gods and pharaohs will live on for generations to come. Influence on other mythologies. Egyptian mythology has had a profound influence on various other mythologies throughout history. The rich and complex stories, gods, and symbols of ancient Egypt have captivated the imaginations of people from different cultures and have left a lasting impact on their own mythological traditions. In this section, we will explore some of the ways in which Egyptian mythology has influenced other mythologies around the world. Influence on Greek mythology. One of the most significant influences of Egyptian mythology can be seen in Greek mythology. The ancient Greeks, who had contact with Egypt through trade and conquest, were greatly influenced by Egyptian religious beliefs and incorporated many Egyptian deities into their own pantheon. For example, the Greek god Hermes bears a striking resemblance to the Egyptian god Thoth, both being associated with wisdom, writing, and communication. Similarly, the Greek goddess Aphrodite shares similarities with the Egyptian goddess Hathor, both being associated with love, beauty, and fertility. Another notable influence is the story of Osiris and Isis, which bears similarities to the Greek myth of Demeter and Persephone. Both stories involve a god who is killed and resurrected, and a goddess who searches for her lost loved one. These similarities suggest a cultural exchange between the ancient Egyptians and Greeks, where ideas and stories were shared and adapted. Influence on Roman mythology. Roman mythology, which was heavily influenced by Greek mythology, also shows traces of Egyptian influence. The Romans, who conquered Egypt in 30 BCE, adopted many Egyptian deities and incorporated them into their own pantheon. For example, the Roman god Jupiter, the king of the gods, shares similarities with the Egyptian god Amun-Ra, both being associated with the sky and kingship. The Egyptian goddess Isis also had a significant impact on Roman mythology. She was widely worshipped in Rome and became one of the most popular deities in the Roman Empire. The cult of Isis spread throughout the empire, and her worship was syncretized with other Roman deities, such as Venus and Fortuna. The popularity of Isis in Rome demonstrates the influence of Egyptian mythology on Roman religious practices. Influence on Norse mythology. Surprisingly, there are also traces of Egyptian influence in Norse mythology. The Vikings, who were known for their seafaring and trading expeditions, had contact with various cultures, including the Byzantine Empire, which had connections with Egypt. It is believed that through these trade routes, Norse mythology was exposed to Egyptian ideas and stories. One example of this influence can be seen in the Norse god Odin, who shares similarities with the Egyptian god Thoth. Both gods are associated with wisdom, magic, and writing. Additionally, the concept of the afterlife in Norse mythology, known as Valhalla, bears some resemblance to the Egyptian concept of the afterlife, where the souls of the deceased would journey to the Hall of Ma'at to be judged. Influence on Mesopotamian mythology. The influence of Egyptian mythology can also be seen in Mesopotamian mythology, particularly in the religious practices and beliefs of ancient Babylon and Assyria. The Babylonians and Assyrians, who had contact with Egypt through trade and diplomacy, adopted certain Egyptian religious practices and incorporated them into their own traditions. One example of this influence is the Babylonian god Marduk, who shares similarities with the Egyptian god Ra. Both gods are associated with the sun and kingship, and their stories involve battles against chaotic forces to establish order. This suggests a cultural exchange between the ancient Egyptians and Mesopotamians, where religious ideas and practices were shared and adapted. Egyptian mythology has left an indelible mark on various mythological traditions around the world. Its gods, stories, and symbols have influenced the mythologies of ancient Greece, Rome, Norse, Mesopotamia, and various African cultures. The cultural exchange and adaptation of Egyptian ideas and stories demonstrate the universal appeal and enduring fascination with the ancient Egyptian civilization. The influence of Egyptian mythology on other mythologies serves as a testament to the power and significance of these ancient stories, which continue to captivate and inspire people to this day. Surviving mythological texts. Egyptian mythology is a rich and complex tapestry of stories, beliefs, and rituals that have captivated the imagination of people for thousands of years. These myths were not only passed down through oral tradition, but were also recorded in various written texts. These surviving mythological texts provide us with invaluable insights into the religious beliefs and practices of ancient Egypt. One of the most important surviving mythological texts is the pyramid texts. These texts were inscribed on the walls of the pyramids of the Old Kingdom pharaohs and were intended to guide the deceased pharaohs on their journey to the afterlife. The pyramid texts contain a wealth of information about the gods, creation myths, and the rituals and spells necessary for the pharaoh's successful transition to the realm of the gods. Another significant collection of mythological texts is the coffin texts. These texts were written on coffins and sarcophagi and were intended to provide guidance and protection for the deceased in the afterlife. The coffin texts expanded upon the themes and ideas found in the pyramid texts and included additional spells and rituals. They also introduced new concepts such as the judgment of the soul in the Hall of Ma'at. The Book of the Dead, also known as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, is perhaps the most famous and widely studied of all the surviving mythological texts. This collection of spells, prayers, and rituals was written on papyrus scrolls and was buried with the deceased to assist them in their journey through the afterlife. The Book of the Dead contains a wealth of information about the gods, the judgment of the soul, and the rituals and spells necessary for a successful afterlife. In addition to these major collections of mythological texts, there are also numerous smaller texts and inscriptions that provide further insights into Egyptian mythology. These include hymns, prayers, and magical spells found on temple walls, statues, and amulets. These texts often focus on specific gods or goddesses and their roles in the mythological narrative. The surviving mythological texts not only provide us with a glimpse into the religious beliefs and practices of ancient Egypt, but also shed light on the cultural and social context in which these myths were created and transmitted. They reveal the importance of the gods and goddesses in the lives of the ancient Egyptians and the rituals and ceremonies that were performed to honor and appease them. These texts also highlight the complex and interconnected nature of Egyptian mythology. The gods and goddesses were not isolated figures but were part of a larger pantheon with intricate relationships and hierarchies. The myths and stories recorded in these texts often intertwine, with one myth leading into another, creating a rich and multifaceted narrative. The surviving mythological texts have been invaluable in our understanding of Egyptian mythology, but they also present challenges. Many of these texts have been damaged or lost over time, making it difficult to reconstruct the complete mythological narrative. Scholars have had to rely on fragmentary texts and inscriptions to piece together the stories and beliefs of ancient Egypt. Despite these challenges, the surviving mythological texts continue to be a source of fascination and inspiration. They have inspired countless works of art, literature, and film, and have influenced the development of other mythological traditions. The enduring popularity of Egyptian mythology is a testament to the enduring power of these ancient stories and the profound impact they have had on human culture. In conclusion, the surviving mythological texts of ancient Egypt provide us with a window into the rich and complex world of Egyptian mythology. These texts offer insights into the religious beliefs, rituals, and stories of the ancient Egyptians and have shaped our understanding of this ancient civilization. The study and preservation of these texts are of utmost importance in order to ensure that the legacy of Egyptian mythology continues to be appreciated and understood for generations to come. Modern interpretations and pop culture references. Egyptian mythology has had a significant impact on modern culture, with its rich and captivating stories inspiring various forms of art, literature, film, and even video games. The enduring fascination with ancient Egypt and its mythology can be seen in numerous modern interpretations and pop culture references. These adaptations often draw upon the iconic gods, goddesses, and mythical creatures of Egyptian mythology, bringing them to life in new and exciting ways. Literature and fiction. Egyptian mythology has served as a source of inspiration for many authors and writers who have incorporated its themes and characters into their works. One of the most notable examples is Rick Riordan's The Kane Chronicles series, which follows the adventures of two siblings who discover their connection to the Egyptian gods. Riordan's books not only introduce readers to the gods and goddesses of ancient Egypt, but also explore their relevance in the modern world. Another popular novel that draws heavily from Egyptian mythology is Christian Jacques' The Ramses series. This historical fiction series delves into the life of Pharaoh Ramses II and incorporates elements of Egyptian mythology, providing readers with a vivid and immersive experience of ancient Egypt. Film and television. Egyptian mythology has also made its mark on the silver screen, with numerous films and television shows featuring its iconic characters and stories. One of the most well-known examples is the 1999 film The Mummy, which combines elements of adventure, horror, and Egyptian mythology. The film showcases the resurrection of the ancient Egyptian priest Imhotep and his quest for immortality, intertwining mythology with thrilling action. In recent years, the popularity of Egyptian mythology has continued to grow, with films like Gods of Egypt, 2016, and The Pyramid, 2014, further exploring the ancient Egyptian pantheon and its mythical creatures. These movies bring the gods and goddesses to life, showcasing their powers and conflicts in visually stunning ways. Television series have also embraced Egyptian mythology, with shows like Stargate SG-1 and The Mummy the Animated Series, incorporating elements of ancient Egypt into their storylines. These adaptations introduce viewers to the gods, pharaohs, and mystical artifacts of Egyptian mythology, captivating audiences with their blend of history and fantasy. Video games. The world of video games has not been immune to the allure of Egyptian mythology. Many games have incorporated Egyptian themes, allowing players to immerse themselves in the ancient world and interact with its gods and creatures. One of the most popular examples is the Assassin's Creed Origins game, which takes place in ancient Egypt and features a richly detailed recreation of the time period. Players can explore iconic locations such as the Great Pyramids and interact with gods like Anubis and Sobek. Other games, such as the Age of Mythology series and the Tomb Raider franchise, also draw inspiration from Egyptian mythology. These games allow players to embark on epic quests, solve puzzles, and battle mythical creatures, all while delving into the mysteries of ancient Egypt. Fashion and design. The influence of Egyptian mythology can also be seen in the world of fashion and design. The iconic imagery of ancient Egypt, such as the Eye of Horus and the Ankh, has been incorporated into jewelry, clothing, and accessories. These symbols not only serve as fashionable adornments but also carry a sense of mystique and ancient wisdom. Additionally, Egyptian-inspired fashion shows and collections have become popular in the fashion industry, with designers drawing inspiration from the opulence and grandeur of ancient Egypt. The use of hieroglyphic patterns, gold accents, and flowing silhouettes evokes the regal aesthetic of the pharaohs and their gods. Music and art. Egyptian mythology has also influenced various forms of music and art. Musicians and composers have drawn inspiration from the enchanting tales of ancient Egypt, incorporating Egyptian motifs and melodies into their compositions. The haunting sounds of the flute, the rhythmic beats of the drum, and the ethereal chants evoke the mystical atmosphere of the Nile Valley. In the world of visual art, Egyptian mythology has been a subject of fascination for centuries. From ancient Egyptian murals and sculptures to modern paintings and digital art, the gods, goddesses, and mythical creatures of Egypt have been depicted in various artistic styles. These artworks not only capture the beauty and grandeur of the ancient civilization, but also serve as a testament to the enduring legacy of Egyptian mythology. In conclusion, Egyptian mythology continues to captivate and inspire people in the modern world. Its timeless stories, iconic characters, and rich symbolism have found their way into literature, film, television, video games, fashion, music, and art. The enduring fascination with ancient Egypt and its mythology serves as a testament to the power and enduring appeal of these ancient tales. By exploring and preserving Egyptian mythology, we can continue to appreciate its cultural significance and the profound impact it has had on our modern world. The continued fascination with Egyptian mythology. Egyptian mythology has captivated the imagination of people for centuries. Even in modern times, the allure of ancient Egypt and its rich mythological traditions continues to fascinate and inspire. From literature and art to movies and video games, the influence of Egyptian mythology can be seen in various aspects of popular culture. This enduring fascination can be attributed to several factors: mystique and mystery. One of the reasons for the continued fascination with Egyptian mythology is the air of mystique and mystery that surrounds it. The ancient Egyptians had a complex belief system that encompassed a vast pantheon of gods and goddesses, each with their own unique powers and stories. The intricate nature of their mythology, with its elaborate rituals and symbols, has intrigued scholars and enthusiasts alike. The enigmatic nature of Egyptian mythology, with its many unanswered questions and hidden meanings, continues to spark curiosity and speculation. Ancient wisdom and symbolism. Egyptian mythology is not only a collection of captivating stories, but also a source of ancient wisdom and symbolism. The gods and goddesses of ancient Egypt represented various aspects of life, nature, and the human condition. Their stories and attributes were often used to convey moral and philosophical lessons. The symbolism found in Egyptian mythology, such as the Eye of Horus or the Ankh, continues to be recognized and utilized in modern culture. The timeless themes of life, death, rebirth, and the struggle between good and evil resonate with people across different cultures and generations. Historical significance. The historical significance of ancient Egypt and its mythology cannot be overstated. The ancient Egyptians were one of the most advanced civilizations of their time, with achievements in architecture, engineering, and art that still astound us today. Their mythology played a central role in their society, influencing their religious beliefs, rituals, and even political structures. The study of Egyptian mythology provides valuable insights into the ancient world and helps us understand the beliefs and values of this remarkable civilization. The fascination with Egyptian mythology is therefore not just about the stories themselves, but also about the window it provides into a fascinating period of human history. Artistic inspiration. The visual imagery and symbolism of Egyptian mythology have had a profound impact on the world of art. From ancient Egyptian tomb paintings and sculptures to modern-day paintings, jewelry, and tattoos, the influence of Egyptian mythology can be seen in various artistic expressions. The iconic representations of gods and goddesses, such as the falcon-headed Horus or the lioness-headed Sekhmet, have become instantly recognizable symbols in popular culture. Artists continue to draw inspiration from the striking aesthetics and symbolism of Egyptian mythology, creating captivating and evocative works of art. Pop culture references. Egyptian mythology has also made its mark in popular culture through various forms of media. Books, movies, and television shows often incorporate elements of Egyptian mythology into their narratives, adding a sense of mystery and adventure. The success of franchises like The Mummy and Assassin's Creed Origins demonstrates the enduring appeal of ancient Egypt and its mythology. These references not only entertain but also educate and inspire audiences, sparking an interest in learning more about the rich tapestry of Egyptian mythology. Connection to the divine. Another reason for the continued fascination with Egyptian mythology is its connection to the divine. The ancient Egyptians believed that their gods and goddesses were not distant and detached, but actively involved in their daily lives. The gods were seen as protectors, healers, and guides, and people sought their favor through rituals and offerings. This belief in a tangible connection between humans and the divine resonates with many individuals who seek a deeper understanding of spirituality and the mysteries of the universe. Universal themes. Despite its ancient origins, Egyptian mythology addresses universal themes that are still relevant today. The struggles between good and evil, the quest for immortality, and the search for meaning in life are timeless concepts that continue to resonate with people across cultures and generations. The stories of gods and goddesses facing challenges, making sacrifices, and ultimately triumphing over adversity, offer valuable lessons and insights into the human experience. Egyptian mythology, with its rich tapestry of characters and narratives, provides a unique perspective on these universal themes, making it a source of inspiration and fascination for people from all walks of life. In conclusion, the continued fascination with Egyptian mythology can be attributed to its mystique, ancient wisdom, historical significance, artistic inspiration, pop culture references, connection to the divine, and universal themes. The allure of ancient Egypt and its rich mythological traditions continues to captivate the imagination of people around the world. Whether through literature, art, movies, or video games, the influence of Egyptian mythology can be seen in various aspects of popular culture. The enduring appeal of Egyptian mythology lies in its ability to transport us to a distant time and place, where gods and goddesses walked among mortals, and the mysteries of the universe were waiting to be discovered. The importance of preserving ancient mythologies. Ancient mythologies hold a significant place in human history and culture. They provide us with valuable insights into the beliefs, values, and traditions of ancient civilizations. Egyptian mythology in particular offers a unique and captivating glimpse into the lives of the ancient Egyptians and their understanding of the world around them. Preserving these ancient mythologies is of utmost importance for several reasons. Understanding ancient beliefs and values. By studying Egyptian mythology, we gain a deeper understanding of the beliefs and values that shaped the ancient Egyptian society. Mythological stories and legends were not merely tales for entertainment, but served as a way to explain the mysteries of the world and provide moral guidance. These myths shed light on the Egyptians' perception of the divine, their understanding of creation, and their views on life, death, and the afterlife. Preserving these mythologies allows us to explore the complex religious and spiritual beliefs that were central to the lives of the ancient Egyptians. Insights into ancient civilization. Egyptian mythology provides us with valuable insights into the daily lives, customs, and rituals of the ancient Egyptians. The stories and symbols found in these myths are often intertwined with various aspects of Egyptian culture, such as art, architecture, and religious practices. By preserving and studying these mythologies, we can gain a deeper understanding of the social, political, and cultural dynamics of ancient Egypt. It allows us to piece together the puzzle of their civilization and appreciate the rich heritage they left behind. Preservation of cultural heritage. Preserving ancient mythologies, including Egyptian mythology, is crucial for the preservation of cultural heritage. These myths are an integral part of the cultural identity of ancient civilizations and serve as a link between the past and the present. They provide a sense of continuity and connection to our ancestors, allowing us to appreciate and celebrate the diversity of human culture. By safeguarding these mythologies, we ensure that future generations can continue to learn from and be inspired by the wisdom and creativity of our ancestors. Inspiring art, literature, and entertainment. Ancient mythologies, including Egyptian mythology, have been a source of inspiration for countless works of art, literature, and entertainment throughout history. From ancient Egyptian temple reliefs and tomb paintings to modern-day novels, films, and video games, the influence of Egyptian mythology can be seen in various forms of creative expression. Preserving these mythologies ensures that artists, writers, and filmmakers have a rich source of inspiration to draw upon, allowing them to continue to create captivating and thought-provoking works that resonate with audiences worldwide. Comparative mythology and cultural exchange. Studying and preserving ancient mythologies, including Egyptian mythology, allows for comparative mythology and cultural exchange. By comparing the myths and legends of different civilizations, we can identify common themes, motifs, and archetypes that transcend time and geographical boundaries. This comparative approach helps us to understand the universal aspects of human experience and the shared human quest for meaning and understanding. It also fosters cultural exchange and dialogue, promoting a deeper appreciation and respect for the diverse mythological traditions of the world. Lessons for contemporary society. Ancient mythologies often contain timeless lessons and moral teachings that are still relevant in contemporary society. The stories of gods and goddesses, heroes and villains, and the triumph of good over evil can provide valuable insights into human nature, ethics, and the complexities of the human condition. By preserving and studying these mythologies, we can learn from the wisdom of our ancestors and apply their teachings to our own lives. They offer us guidance on issues such as morality, justice, love, and the pursuit of knowledge, reminding us of the enduring relevance of ancient wisdom. In conclusion, the preservation of ancient mythologies, including Egyptian mythology, is of utmost importance. These mythologies provide us with a window into the beliefs, values, and traditions of ancient civilizations. They offer insights into ancient beliefs and values, provide a deeper understanding of ancient civilizations, preserve cultural heritage, inspire art and literature, foster comparative mythology and cultural exchange, and offer valuable lessons for contemporary society. By preserving and studying these mythologies, we ensure that the wisdom and creativity of our ancestors continue to enrich and inspire future generations. As the tales of Part 5 recede into the twilight, the whispers of gods and pharaohs continue to stir the soul. What revelations will the next chapter bring? Join us every Monday and Thursday for more captivating tales from the dawn of time. Subscribe to Spellbound Stories and be part of the journey that echoes through the ages. Until our paths cross again in the realm of myths, may the legacy of the ancients be your guiding light. Stay enthralled, stay spellbound.